Okay, so welcome to Frostbluff in Lord of the Rings Online, or Winterhome as its proper name is. I've just accepted in the top right there the daily quests you get when you first enter Frostbluff, or log in. I've then immediately come forward to start my circuit of Frostbluff. I've taken the quests off the main guard, taken the daily quest off the person there, and this is the first of the people you get told to go and move along, as it were. I'm passing the eating quest person. I'll take that quest now purely because I'll want it later. So if you see the ring on your way past, might as well grab it. Here's the second person you're told to move along. And then these two guys down here, you can take another quest from this one and another quest from the guy behind him. You want to be doing 10 quests on this circuit in order to get the daily reward they've added this year for doing 10 of the normal quests. This is another person to move along, and if we come towards the theatre here, you'll find another one. If any of these guys are literally not here, then that means someone's already told them to move along in the last minute. You'll just have to wait for them to appear or come back to them later. That's the last one on my little circuit, the 5. We then come back around here, heading towards where we started, and stop off here to pick up more quests. Now, I take the 2 from her, but from him I only take the empty keg one, because the tidying up one I've stopped doing nowadays, because it just takes a load of time and is really fiddly, so can't be bothered with that one. Then I come back up here and actually do one of the quests now, so we set off the fireworks box, and then head back down. I tend to zoom out the camera a little bit and then try and stand about here, somewhere in the middle of all of them, because one of the things you can do in Lord of the Rings is, as you see with the bar at the bottom, I'm clicking the next person before the first person their bar is finished, and as long as you're within range of that one, it kind of adds it to a queue, and so I'm clicking one of them as soon as the one before it starts, and this just avoids sort of walking around between them all or waiting till the bar's finished before you click or anything like that. If you're slightly out of range of someone when you try this, of course, you're going to move towards the person you've clicked and break the bar for the guy that's currently running, so you might not always get it spot on. Now we're heading back to the beginning, and we're going to cash in the quest here to tell everyone to move along.
Why are you bothering me?
And get our little daily reward for having done any quests. Now we're going to head back down here to this guy again. He's going to give us another quest to visit those 5 people we told to move along, and this time we're not moving them along, we're actually giving them freebies. This guy again to cash in the quest for the fireworks and the looting of the people. And then we've got these 5 guys, so I tend to go to this one just because it's nearby, but I don't go backwards around the circuit of them. I then go to this one.
How can I be of service?
Around to the one by the theatre again.
Hello there.
Jumping over this little wall here is just a shortcut, you saw me do it earlier.
Hello there.
And now we head up and do some of the other quests. We haven't finished all these people, by the way. The first one by the main entrance we still got to visit, but we'll do that later on our rounds. The aim here is literally to make a real circuit, as it were, so you're minimising the amount of times you're going to the same place. Try and do as many things in one sort of loop as you can before doing the loop again. So we have to use this oven 3 times. It's pretty slow, but there you go. And this is another point. If you always prepare for the next thing you're going to do, so you see I already had the camera rotated and I'm clicking the keg the moment I can, just saving these little seconds here and there. It all helps when you have to do this a load of times. Oh, now you see the watcher's walked out in front of you here, so you have to wait for him. If he sees you, you drop your keg and you have to go back and get it again. Another second saving tip here and there is when you are waiting for a blue bar, normally you can click the next item you're trying to click or walk away before the bar's finish, only by like maybe half a second of the bar before it finishes, but you know, if you're doing a load of things, it does all add up as you're going around. If you do it too early, obviously you break the bar and you have to do it again.
Hello, friend. Could you help?
Okay, anyway, we've finally left the city. We come out here, talk to the snowman guy. All the snowmen are there to do. If you do the broken one, it's the quickest because you only have to pick up some sticks right here, and then later on when we're back in the city we pick up some coal by the oven. But we're continuing the circuit here, so this is what I mean by getting as much as you can from one place at one time so you don't have to double back. There's a snowball guy who's never got the ring up when you want it, so you have to go back to him and wait around when you want to do snowballs. Here we are collecting eggs from the chickens' nests. For instance, on this one here, you can click the next one while that bar's going, but on the third one, if you were to click it, you move like that, so you would have broken the second one if you clicked it too early. Getting back on our horse, you've noticed I've been on my horse pretty much the entire time here. I only get off it to pick things up. It literally makes this so much faster. You are wasting time if you're not on your horse just walking about between all these points. So we're heading up into the Gruntwood. This is always a problem because depending on who else is here and how many people are fighting over these guys, and if you've got a ranged character or a melee character, it can take a lot longer to polish off none of these guys, whereas other times it can only, takes half a minute or so. So I think I'll just speed this up now until I've got all 9. Okay, so that's our 9th one done. Like I say, you can do that a lot faster or a lot slower depending on how many are available, how many people are fighting over them, and how quickly you can kill them, how high level character you are, and so on. Now as you run down the hill here towards the right hand side of the lake, you want to see this little winterberry bush here. You want to click on that, the first of 5. Unfortunately for this video, there's a bunch of these frost guys nearby me, so the whole screen whites out. That doesn't normally happen. You can normally see a lot more than what I can see on here right now. You can see I've backed off a little bit just to see what on earth is going on. You can see a guy's already going around killing them all, which is just annoying, but they're really fast to respawn, so that's not a problem. I'm just going to speed this up again. You only need to kill 4 of these guys while you're down here on the lake. The same as with the trees, depending on your character and level. It could be a lot faster than others. Unlike the trees, you shouldn't have a problem with anyone fighting over them with you because the spawn is so fast and everyone only needs to get 4. Okay, so that's the 4th one. It's probably the worst one I've done for a couple of days, taking the longest and with the screen the whitest. Typical for the video, but there you go. So we get straight back on our horse as usual. We always want to be on a horse when we can. We head towards the hut on the left here, grab this berry bush. You can see I've already spun the camera ready to click on the next berry bush, and there it goes. And then the same again, hover over the next one, ready to click immediately. There you go. The same thing applies, you can move or click on the next one just before the bar's finished. How early you can move away or click on the next one on the bar depends on how fast the bar is moving. Then once we've got the 5 of those, we jump on our horse, head on up the hill towards the tent you can see at the top middle. But on your way you need to go off to the left here looking for the abominable snow beasts. There's one. And all you have to do is click one, and if you notice on the right hand side the quest tracker that will shuffle and show you this little green button. So if you click that 3 times quickly before the guys got up and moved away, then you only have to do it on one of them rather than having to visit 3 of them separately, so that's another time saver. Then we come up to the tent and start clicking mushrooms, so the same rule applies. I'm kind of clicking on 1 mushroom before the bar, and the previous one is entirely finished, but that's okay. It still counts. So we're running straight out the tent and back towards the city entrance where we started. And now we pretty much just run around cashing in all these quests we've been doing. Starting with this guy here. And you see the beggar on the floor guy. He's the last one we had to visit at the 5.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
So we can go back to this guy now and cash off that one.
How can I be of service? What can I do for you?
Now I'm heading down here to get the coal, because although we are in here cashing off quests, there is still the snowman one we had to do, so we quickly grab the coal, jump back on the horse, and head back out of this exit. Grab any pile of snow and build your fantastic broken snowman. Talk to the guy, cash that one off, and then jump straight back on the horse again. Now here's a shortcut into the city. You can just see someone there taking it. If you come up the hill here, you can jump over the wall into the middle area. So I'm just going to close off these quests I've done here.
How can I be of service? What can I do for you?
Tell me what you need or move along.
Now, annoyingly enough, that leaves you with 9 out of 10 done. So at this point, you either have to go into the theatre, do snowballs, do the long tidying out one, or this, the eating quest. I'm actually going to go ahead and skip to the end of the eating contest. Now, whether you succeed or fail, you'll notice on the quest tracker, the spirit of your quest is completed. So now we're going back to the main entrance to talk to Mara. When you cash this quest in with Mara, you'll see on the tracker on the right that the Festive Flurry quest goes up by 1. This has to be done 5 times, and there's 4 stages, so you'll have to do this 10 to 15 minute circuit 20 times to complete it. Then it's back to the gate to log out ready for tomorrow's circuit.